Hello guys, what's popping? The Lulu's here, and welcome back to another video of the series how to properly play Siege X. So in today's video, we're officially gonna start the journey of explaining how to properly play each operator. We will go through all the attackers and defenders, so don't forget to turn on the notification and stay tuned for the next video. In the next video we are going to discuss an attacker, but in today's video we are going to take a look at Doc. But before we start the video, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, if you find it helpful. It motivates me a lot. It's a really good motivation for me. Thanks y'all. Now let's begin the video. So first, let's go through Doc's loadout. As his primary, he has three different options: the MP5, the P90, and the SG shotgun. And as his secondary, he also has three options: the bailiff, the P9, and the revolver. First, let's start with the MP5. So currently I'm using extended barrel with hollow, which you might a little bit veer, and the reason is actually because I want to get used to the new season coming up. Because if you don't know, in the new season they have removed all of defenders ACOGs, which Doc is also included. But the reason I'm using extended barrel is actually because I'm not using a 2.5, because while using a 2.5 recoil control is a little bit harder, while using a 1x is pretty much easier, so I'm not really worried about the recoil, and that's I'm using extended barrel because that gives me a little bit of advantage. Because if I hit a body shot with this gun, I'm probably not gonna come out successful out of that gunfight, because this gun is one of the lowest damaging guns in the game. So using an extended barrel helps me a bit. But if you are not worried of your aim, if you have a really good aim, you always hit a headshot, you could use compensator, which I completely recommend. One of the best ones on this gun. Well, actually the interesting advantage about this gun is that all of the barrels go amazingly good with this gun. Muzzle brake, flash hider, extended barrel, compensator, all of them are amazing. I just do not use a Super Sir because Super Sir is a kind of a weird barrel. It's a special barrel. There is no explanation behind it using if you are using it on some gun. The only reason people, I would say, use it on some guns, at least me myself, the only reason I use it on some guns is because it goes with some guns. There is nothing I can tell you, there is nothing I can explain. It just is so good on some guns. For example, the P90, we will get to that later. But for now, you could use any of these barrels. I recommend a compensator if you wanna hit direct headshots. If you have a good aim, that's your barrel. But all of them, as I said, work amazingly good. Now let's move on to the next attachment, which is going to be the grip. So for the grip, again, if you are not worried about your recoil, you could use whatever you want, but the one I recommend is a vertical grip. But if you have a good recoil control, you could use the horizontal grip or the angle grip, both amazingly good. I would use horizontal grip if I'm not using the vertical, because Doc is a 1 speed and it gives me a little bit of a speed boost. For the side, you have 10 days left to enjoy 2.5s, but that's actually a good thing to do. What I mean is using 1x's to get used to the new season, or you could try test server. But you could use whatever you want. Only 10 days yet left for using 2.5s. But as I have said in my previous videos, side isn't something I have to tell you or anyone else. Side is something that you have to explore it. You have to go through, you have to try them all and find your own comfy. For example, shout out to Varsity Gaming, which I really admire. He uses red dot, which many players would find out weird because it's not very common, but he's a beast on it, and he's actually a champ. He's so good at the game. He has found his own comfy, so that's what you have to do. But if you want to know which one is really common, which one is mostly used by the players, it has to be Holo A, which I love it. I also recommend using this one right here. I love this one, I don't know why, but you might also love this. It goes really good with the MP5. And that's all for scopes. And the last thing left, laser, which I have discussed in my previous videos. Again, if I want to say, a laser is very dependent on players. Many players like to use it and many don't like. But I would say most of the good players you see use laser, and because it might not have a very touchable advantage, it gives you a slight advantage on ADS time, but that slight advantage will win you some gunfights that you are not gonna expect. For example, imagine you're stuck in a 1v1 situation. Your opponent has no laser on his gun and you do, and you manage to aim faster, so you easily get the kill. That's as simple as that. But it has its own manner of playing. You should know how to play with it, because if you don't know, you easily reveal your position and you give the advantage to the enemy. So be careful with that. I might make a whole video about using that, but I have talked about this on attachments video, so go watch that one and you will find out how to play using the laser. And that's all about MP5. Let's move on to the P90. This gun is a really good one. I also recommend using this. It might not be as common as MP5, but I love to use this gun. This gun is amazing, has a high fire rate. It's around 1000, guys. 970 fire rate is not something you could mess around with. Don't get me wrong, this gun might have high recoil, but if you are good at recoil control, if you manage to control the recoil, you would love this gun. This gun would be your best friend. I'm also using Holo on this gun because I want to get used to the new season. Again, as I said, but it's really good also using the ACOG, but unfortunately only 10 days left. Enjoy ACOG if you like to. And for the barrel, I recommend Compensator. It gives you a very stable shot, helps you on recoil control, because this gun has high side-to-side recoil, has a high horizontal recoil, but using the Compensator, it controls the horizontal recoil, so you could concentrate on vertical recoil and hit more direct shots. But I also use Supersor with this gun, and guys, trust me, it's amazing. As I said, Supersor is not something you could explain. It just goes well with some guns, and one of those is P90. Just try it once and you would see how good this is. This is a beast, guys. Don't get me wrong. And that's it. You could also use Flash Hider and Muzzle Brake, but I have tried those and I don't really like them because the vertical recoil could be controlled, but if you're using compensator, but if you're not, the horizontal recoil would ruin everything. Imagine you aim for the head, but you hit right next to it, and that's such a pity. That would be really unfortunate. It doesn't have any grips, and again, I would recommend using the laser. And this gun is amazing. For the sight, I'm using Holo right now, but you could also use this one. It is so good on P90. I don't know why, but this sight is good with every high fire rate gun. I have found this out. It is amazing. Just try it once. You might or you might not like it. And for the SG shotgun, first of all, I don't really recommend using it. I use it when I'm playing casual or stuff. I'm trolling, you know. But if you want to use it for detachments, I recommend using a Holo, the vertical grip, and the laser. You might ask, why are you using vertical grip on a shotgun? I don't know really, because it is good with this one shotgun, because this shotgun has a high vertical recoil, and if you don't get the kill with the first shot and you're not using a vertical grip, you might lose the gunfight. Just try it, you will probably like it. And that's it. This one was pretty much simple. Now moving on to the secondaries, I first of all recommend using the Bailiff. Very good shotgun, and you all know about the potentials of this shotgun if you have watched the Stompin' Ace, which was recently clipped playing on EWC. Shout out to Stompin', bro, you are a beast. If you don't know about that, just search it up, go watch it. Amazing clip, amazing ace by Stompin'. And if you want to know, he aced and he got the last 2 kills using this shotgun, playing on Grim. I recommend using again the laser. There's nothing complicated about it. Let's move on to the revolver. The revolver has nothing again, only the laser option. I recommend using it again. And last one, the P9. Very good pistol. The pistol also Monty has, for example. Again, on this pistol, both muzzle brake and suppressor are amazing. This is one of those guns, as I said, which suppressor goes with. I'm currently using it, but I also use muzzle brake a lot of times, and there's not much of a difference using these 2 barrels, and use a laser on this pistol again. And that's all about the loadouts. Now let's get into a match. Watch me playing on Doc, watch the gameplay, and among the video I'll explain you how to play Doc. So guys, first I have to tell you something. In order to explain how to properly play Doc and even other operators, you have to understand the basics of this game. And one of the most important basics in this game is what makes this FPS shooter game different. I would say one of the biggest things that makes this game different is that this game, Rainbow Six, is not only about KD. It's not about how many kills you have and how many times you have died. This game is about game sense, is about recoil control, is about skills, is about map knowledge, is about giving callouts, is about teamwork, is about how you actually play is about knowing how to play, not how to get kills. Is about how to use your utility in order to win a round. Guys, the simplest thing that shows this, the simplest example that shows that you don't need to get kills in order to win a round is those rounds that you win without getting kills. If you just manage to waste the enemy's time, the attacker's time, and they don't manage to get the diffuser planted, they lose the round. And that's the easiest example I could tell you. So you know this game is not about KD. And this is the basic knowledge you need to know in order to learn how to play operators properly. So Doc, as the role says, is a support operator, and that clears everything. Okay. Let's first take a look at the most common mistake players do playing on Doc. I see many players who pick Doc, leave the site as soon as the round starts, and go for the spawn. And the only reason is that he is a 3 HP operator. He could heal himself if he gets damaged, and he has ACOG on a really good run. But guys, this is not actually the way this operator is meant to be played. This operator plays the role of a support operator, and that's how you actually should be playing Doc. And let me explain that, giving you an example. I don't care if you are solo queuing, duo queuing, trio queuing, or 5 stacking. Okay, just imagine there is a player who's playing the type is getting kills. He is a roamer. He names Vigil, for example. He is a good roamer. He is a good fighter. He wins most of his gunfights. He has a good aim. He gets a lot of kills. His KD is always above 1 in every match. So he plays Vigil as expected. The round starts, he picks Vigil, he goes for the roam, he manages to get 2 kills. But after 2 kills, his HP is all the way down to 1 HP. So he knows he can no longer peek, he can no longer risk his HP to pick an enemy. So he has to play more passive, he has to come back to side. And there is 1 minute and 30 seconds left, but he has to leave roaming. He has no other choice, and that's it. But imagine the next round you play Doc for him. Okay, you stay inside as soon as the round starts. You do not leave the site. You stay inside, you place your bot wires, you set up the site, you have a bailiff in your pocket, so you take that out, make rotations, make head holes, make footholds. You set up the site. This is your duty. And he goes on the roam again. But this time, after 2 kills, after he gets all the way down to 1 HP, he comes back to you, he comes back to site, gets his steam, gets healed, and goes back to roaming again, and wastes a lot of time. And if he gets damaged again, he even comes back again, gets another steam, and goes back to roaming again. And because he's a good fragger, he gets all of the kills, and you easily win the round. And that's not because he's a good top fragger. That's not because he has a good aim. He's a good gunfighter. That's because you healed him. That's because you were alive until the last second of the round and healed your top fragger so you could play confidently. Guys, when your teammates see Doc is alive, it's a whole confidence boost itself, seeing Doc alive. Imagine you have good teammates, they have good game knowledge, they know when they are defending, they should be wasting time. When they are defending, time is on your team. You have to play with time. They do not pick, they play passively, they stay inside, and this could
Op 4 has
higher the
located a bomb.
chances of losing a round because they are good players. They have high KDs. They could win a lot of gunfights, okay? But they do not go for it because they do not have a dog on their team. That's pretty simple. But if they have a dog on their team, it could let them reveal their actual potential. It could help them higher their potential. When they see they have a dog, and the dog is playing properly, the dog is not roaming, the dog is playing inside stopping, they pick roamers. They go roam, waste time, get kills, and when they get damaged, they come back to you and get a heal. They are no more scared of getting damaged. They are no more scared of getting 1 HP and not being able to roam anymore. They confidently go for the gunfights, go for the roam, and if they get damaged, they come to you and get a steam and get back to work. And that's the way you should be playing Dark. And that's all for Dark. Nothing left. It was as easy as that, guys. You should just be practicing. You should be playing on Dark and learn it. Now let's get to some additional tips that would help you. So I would say find your role in this game. This is a tip not for especially Doc. This is a tip for you to get better at this game. It's for the whole game, not only one operator. It's not specified to a specific operator. It's for the whole game. Find your own role. For example, as I said, if you are playing and you have a good fragger on your team, you should not be watching him playing Ace and you playing on Ash. You are the one who has to be playing on Ace, and he is the one who should be playing on Ash. Because as I said, this game is a game of roles. This game is not about getting kills. Imagine if he is playing on Ace, his main role is getting the breach opened. So he manages to open that, but he cannot get kills because he is playing on Ace. His main role is getting the breach open, not getting kills. So he cannot use his whole potential. And you are playing on Ash, and you are not a good gunfighter, you are not a good top fragger. You just rush in and die, and you lose the round, okay? But if you change roles, if you play Ace, you do not have to get kills. If you just manage to get the breach open, you have done your part. He is playing on Ash, he gets the kill instead of you. And you have opened the breach, so you have done something successfully, and you win the round. This game is pretty easy if you learn this, okay? If you learn this, you will easily start winning games. But there is one more thing left that I have to specify. I told you to find your role. Imagine you are the one who is a top fragger, okay? You are the one who has a high KD, who wins most of his gunfights, has a high headshot rate. But sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone because you are playing as a team. When you are playing this game, you should not be only thinking of yourself. You should be thinking how you could help your team, okay? Let me give you an example. You might know a Spoit, and if you know him even a little bit, you will know that he is a top fragger, okay? He has a good aim, he has a good headshot rate, he wins most of his gunfights, he mains Vigil and Ash, okay? But I have seen plenty of times he plays Gridlock, the most supportive attack, and the only reason he plays that operator is because he wants to help his team. His team needs Gridlock, so he plays it. he does not say, oh no, I'm the top fragger, I have to play Ash. He plays Gridlock and does his job and wins the game with his team, not alone, okay? So sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and play some operators that might be your role. But knowing your own role helps you to win most of your games, because you do not have to play an operator which your team needs all of the time, okay? You could have another person playing on that operator and you playing on your own role. Or for example, you play an operator, for example Finka, booster, a support player, for 3 rounds, but the game gets to overtime match points. So in that round you play your own role and you cook with it and you win the game, okay? So that's why you have to find the right balance. And guys, you will get better at this game by training, by exploring the game. And do not forget my tips. If you combine exploring the game and using my tips, you will find this game very joyful, pretty easy, and you will get better at this game very fast if you listen to my tips and play the game. And that's all for today's video. Thanks y'all for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you find my content helpful, you enjoy watching my videos, and turn on the notification for next videos. I'm going to explain all the operators, both attackers and defenders. Don't miss the videos, and peace out.